Welcome to Be Positive with Nurse Crilly. Your host, Patricia French Crilly, brings her years of experience as a nurse, combined with her skills as a complementary and alternative modality practitioner. Now please welcome your host, Nurse Crilly.
Hello and welcome. I'm Patricia French Crilly, your host for Be Positive with Nurse Crilly. Now, Be Positive with Nurse Crilly has not been around for a little while because, well, life got in the way a little bit. So I decided to dust off some of my old stuff and combine it with some new stuff and came up with what I think is some pretty good stuff, and that's what I'd like to share with you today. But first, I'd like to tell you what that was about life that got in the way, and that was that in September of 2009, I was diagnosed with invasive ovarian cancer, and it did not have a very good prognosis. But I decided early on that I was going to choose life. I was going to choose to be well. And so I had what some considered a spontaneous remission, but make no mistake about it, it was a healing. I say self-healing, but I had lots of help from many, many sources, including the divine. Be that as it may, it was a healing, and it was a miracle, but it was an ordinary miracle. And what I learned was that we are all capable of healing ourselves from the tiniest cut on a finger to a life-threatening disease. We just don't know we can do that, and we don't know how. And so I pondered for quite some time, how could I get this message out to the world? And what I found was that people kept putting me on a pedestal, saying I must be very special. Well, we are all special. However, I was no different and had no special skills that anybody else couldn't use or have. So this is what I'm doing now, is sharing with as many people as I can. So that brings me to introducing and launching right now for the new year, 2014, a brand new program in my well-being holistic practice. And the program is a membership program. It's called a Holistic Well-Being Membership Program. Now, before I explain that, let me just say a word or two about holistic. It seems that that word gets bandied about all the time, and it's misused more than it's used properly. So when I started nursing school back in 1970, we had a holistic philosophy. Our philosophy was that of holism, in that we treated and cared for our patients mind, body, and spirit. And not only that, but as their illness or injury related not only to their mind, body, and spirit, but to the community as well, their community, whether that was family, friends, their job, their church, their belief system. And so now I see everybody calling everything holistic, and it almost means the opposite of Western traditional healthcare. Well, healthcare as we know it today isn't always holistically friendly, but one doesn't preclude the other. And if it's not traditional allopathic Western medicine, doesn't mean it's necessarily holistic. As I said, holistic is a philosophy, and you can find that no matter where you seek out your healing or well-being. I saw two moms with little toddlers in their stroller a little while back, and one of the kids was sucking on a lollipop. And the one mother said, "Why are you letting him have that lollipop? It's full of sugar." She said, "Oh no." She said, "It's a holistic lollipop. It's made with agave." Well, it may have been more nutritionally sound than a bunch of sugar. However, the lollipop in and of itself was not holistic. Perhaps the person who made it had a holistic philosophy. It's just like people saying, "I'm going for a holistic massage." The massage in and of itself is not holistic, but the person who is giving it to you has a holistic philosophy. So I'm going to get off my soapbox right now. I just had to clear that up for myself, if not for anyone else. I'd like to talk now and share with you about my holistic well-being membership program. Think of it as a metaphysical fitness program of the mind, body, and spirit. Now, my program has two parts to it. They are not mutually exclusive, and I'll explain them. The first part is self-directed wellness. Now, that is not a new concept and a new term, but it does mean different things to different people. I personally think that it's self-explanatory. And what it means to me is that in terms of wellness, you get to be the captain of your own ship. You decide what wellness means to you, what it looks like, what it feels like, and how you're going to get there, and how you're going to maintain it. You also get to choose your crew. So that could include a medical doctor, hopefully one that has a holistic bent and an appreciation of the mind, body, and spirit as a unit, and also the integration of complementary and alternative modalities would be a real plus. But also to have some CAM, as we say, practitioners, be that naturopath, homeopath, acupuncturist, massage therapist, energy healer, aromatherapy, anything that really strikes your fancy, a shaman, doesn't matter. And that these crew members will come as they're needed, fade away into the background. You may need them again at some point. Your crew may be a small crew, it may be a large crew, depending on what your needs are. My role is as the nurse navigator. You decide where you want to go and we set the course together, and I help you get there. And each client has a plan that's individualized just for them. The other part of the program is radical self-care. Most of us, let's face it, are givers, and we don't take the time to give to ourselves, to take care of ourselves. We're constantly being of service to others. So that even doing the smallest thing, taking a bubble bath once in a blue moon, could be a radical departure from what you usually do, because there's always someone or something else that needs your attention. But I maintain that if you are going to continue to be of service to others, you have to take care of yourself. And that includes letting someone be of service to you. So even these little tweaks in your behavior can be considered radical. Doesn't have to be a big thing. You don't have to go totally vegan and live in a yurt in the desert. It could be that occasional bubble bath, or reading a book, or taking some time for yourself for whatever reason, whatever might feed your soul or lift your spirit. Now, what my membership is all about is that it helps you to make a commitment to your well-being. Because if this is what you really want, then we can work together for you to achieve your goals of wellness and well-being. So what I would do is urge you to give me a call, Nurse Crilly, at 732-339-1414. That's 732-339-1414. And set up an appointment where we can spend a half hour or so discussing what would be best for you. It's a complimentary strategy session to help you on your way to well-being. You can also go to my website, yourrejuvenationstation.com, or like me on Facebook at Your Rejuvenation Station, and find out some more information about my holistic well-being membership program, the techniques and technology that I use to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So that's it for today. Give me a call, 732-339-1414. Until next time, I'm Nurse Crilly. Be well.
Thank you for being with us today for Be Positive with Nurse Crilly.